Learning about history in this country, being a black person, is kind of daunting because you can learn about this, historical white figure who's been, lauded as this genius or this great person, but then at the end of the day, they hated black people or owned slaves or committed genocide. So there's this documentary on Amazon called Earnhardt, and it's about Dale Earnhardt and his son, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Little E. When I was younger, I was actually a NASCAR fan. Around the time I was about 10, they built the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana in the Inland Empire, and my dad, he took me there, and that's when they brought NASCAR in, and it was a big deal. So I started watching NASCAR. And unfortunately, I was watching the Daytona 500 when Dale Earnhardt passed, and I was watching. I was kind of like stunned because I've seen NASCAR crashes before, but this one seemed kind of different, and it turned out that he had passed. Growing up, I actually enjoyed learning about history, but then once I started becoming more aware as a black person, I started going back and looking at these historical figures. Like I used to look up to Henry Ford, but then I found out he was a monster when it comes to the Industrial Revolution. But also, not only that, he was a so I was pleasantly surprised to see that Dale Earnhardt Jr. His politics isn't exactly as far right as I thought it would be. He's not a Trump supporter, at least it seems like on paper. And for the sake of wanting to enjoy this documentary, I'm going to go ahead and not dig too deep into his politics. And no, he's not invited to the cookout like some black folks like to do. It's just nice to see someone with some basic common sense.